Hello, everybody. It's time for Rhythm Cafe, and my name is Heather. Hopefully, Ian is still here because I did change a thing on the mics while it was on the other screen, and hopefully, when he says things, I'll hear him.
We're about to find out.
Okay, can you keep talking for a sec?
Okay, well, then that means that the fucking round has been completed.
Your mic got switched to one of the other channels and not the one that I had muted. So when you started making noise, I muted it right away. But the Discord settings got swapped, and I thought I had checked that, but I guess I did not.
I thank you for that, because I don't like being heard when I don't think I'm being heard.
Right? It's very unnerving. And yes, I am wearing a shirt that has some keying out. I specifically like wearing the shirt because of that. You can still tell what's there.
What are they, little apples, kumquats?
Oh shoot, I don't remember what their names are. Little Stardew Valley spirits. Well, not cool. Like, I don't know what their personal names are. I've never asked them that, but right, Junimos.
Junimo.
It's been a while since I've played Stardew Valley.
Is that one of those games where where if you don't play it for long enough, people start getting sad and then die in your town, or is it?
No.
They stay in stasis while you.
They're stasis.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Lucky.
This isn't like Animal Crossing.
Is it real world rules, or is it 5-year-old rules where if you blink and you can't see them, they don't exist?
5-year-old. Yeah, so we're gonna play Inside My Radio again today. We started that last time. If you heard all the beeps and boops that were going on while the countdown for going online was happening, that was me replaying the tutorial because we're in the middle of starting a boss fight, and I thought remembering how to play the game might be helpful.
Good call.
I mean, I don't promise to be any good at it, but at least I'll know what buttons I should be pushing.
The first step to doing better is knowing what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, it's like any other game I've ever played where I'm like, yes, I know exactly what you want me to do, game. Whether I can do it or not, well, that's a different story.
And then depending on the game, whether or not I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ostensibly, Destiny is a game about shooting aliens, but what it's really about is just putting your body into places that weren't designed for your body.
Mm-hmm. So, also, it is Sunday. It is, if you're at least in the US and Canada, maybe other places, I don't know, it is Mother's Day. So, happy Mother's Day to everybody who is of a mom-type, maternal, whatever. I think the birthing day jokes are weird on the internet, and I don't know why they're happening. Other people can be moms, too.
Yeah.
You can have a person in your life who is a mom. And if Mother's Day makes you uncomfortable, that's okay. This is the only time we're going to mention it, because I'm not particularly fond of the holiday myself right now, so...
yeah, don't know how to do the... not too many jokes on this end with regards to the Mother's Day.
I just, I know I saw some people thanking their internet moms today, and that was very sweet.
That's good. Now, Big Mommy Milker Knockers, that's a different story. But that's every day on the internet these days. So.
And as far as I understand, Resident Evil 8 is out now, so if you want to go get your evil giant mother a gift, you should consider it.
Go get your mom on. Resident Evil 7.
8. Or as I like to call it, 8 age. Mm-hmm. If they're gonna be all fancy and try to make the Vil part of village the 8, then that doesn't get to be part of the word anymore.
Right.
Words
have meaning.
What corner was I in last time? This one's fine. So yeah, we were just about to fight a spider. So heads up, spiders. And
I'm honestly still in awe as to how decent this game is, despite despite the face that the character is making.
Well, but you had to play other characters too, which I also really like. The constant switch of characters and the fact that they have different sounds has been good. I think we're playing Barry right now.
Yes, that's right.
Who's Barry?
Former President of the United States of America, Barack Obama.
And he had the big hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like Barack Obama.
No, continue. Not new game. New game would be not what I want. Right, so mechanically looking spider. Oh, it's not Barry. This is
Yeah, this is the other guy with the wow.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, but he liked the reggae.
We're gonna be here a while.
This is probably gonna be difficult. I keep forgetting that you have to jump on the time. Good luck.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah! No! I just noticed, so the ground's breaking up, so because the ground's not even, I can't really walk on it, so it was slowing me down, and oh no, this is gonna be... This is gonna be repetitive. We're in for a long day, I can tell you that. Oh, it's because of the darn webs. I'm being slowed down. No.
Oh no.
Oh,
figure it out. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, the week just got really good.
Oh, okay, that was better.
God. Oh. I love the design of that spider, though.
Oh, I dashed the wrong way. It was not helpful.
Ooh.
Making progress.
Yeah. This is tense, though. Yes.
Oh no!
Jump!
Oh, he can't get me. Can I just be safe and he goes away? It's cutscene time?
Game!
Game? You scared me.
I've been stuck here ever since. That monster's destroyed everything in its path, and it's feeding off everything they can find. I'm Root. Man, we have to do something.
Barry's waiting for me outside, but his plan has just gone very wrong. I never thought I'd use so much energy to get you out of here. There. Go and meet him. He must be waiting for me, and I need to recover from... I don't know what I was doing.
Okay, be careful. The zone has suffered extensive damage.
That's so mean. I really thought I was just stuck and dead, and then the game was like, no, it's fine.
I think the fact that it held you there for so long too. Oh,
Right?
like if I'm safe, let me know I'm immediately safe. I'm now getting to heart attack age. That's cool.
The radio is very broken on the inside.
Yeah. I mean, at this stage, everything's transferred over to digital audio broadcast from the old AM/FM, but doesn't mean you gotta wreck things inside the radio, people. Huh. Well, good luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Woof.
There. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this game's still doing
Really
that
bad.
thing where I'm like, okay, I have to do this really fancy dash jump thing. And it's like, nah, just jump. Just walk through. It's fine. And I'm like,
Just
but
be on-
fancy platforming must be done.
Just be on the beat. Why aren't you on the beat?
Are you coming? Okay, no, you're sideways. Punching thing.
Nice.
Okay. And you? Yeah, you look fun. Nope.
I can almost see the fingers on it if it's supposed to be a fist.
Right? Okay. Alright. That didn't seem so bad.
Good. You know it's a you know it's a video game when there's an elevator level. In fact, I'm actually just going to go ahead and stick this in the Mass Effect canon. This is a Mass Effect game now.
Alright. I've never played, so I'm just gonna take your word for it.
Well, you'll find actually this music is pretty similar, so...
But am I not allowed to touch the... Oh, because it was red. Alright. It's like, I didn't... There's just a fence here, but like...
Oh!
Okay.
Oh.
Nope, still touched it. Bad times. Okay.
Reminds me when
Ah!
I first read about the chain link fences in Super Mario World way back on the SNES and thinking that was the coolest thing. You can be on both sides.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay, so this is just a dash. Where's the safe spot? Let's see it. Oh, okay, I found it.
Okay, not so bad there.
Okay, good.
Whew.
Whenever they do levels like that, I'm like, I guess I'm going the right way because I keep finding the safe spots, but.
Good game design.
I had to go down. Nope.
Oh no.
Oh, goodness. Am I doing a maze?
Actual literal maze. Seriously, mazes like this are the reason it took me 2 years to finish Travis Strikes Back.
Let's just go up.
Next to the Dancing Omega. Huh.
Up was
well,
not-
that seemed to be...
Up was not it.
I mean,
How
it
about
wasn't
now?
counterproductive, but
Nope.
it certainly didn't help. Now, what do you want to bet that at the end of one, just one of those dead ends, is a secret room that you just walk through the side?
I could see it. No! Okay.
Platforming.
This is, I mean, to be fair, this is basically how I would be platforming in real life. Very slowly, very carefully, dying most of the time.
And we're sure to go up, right?
Probably?
Yes.
Hope so. Most video games don't seem to want you to go down, so I assume up is generally where you want to go. Even though I constantly keep trying to go down into
I mean,
those death pits.
It's not like this is down well. Or gun feet.
Gun feet?
There was a game a while back, a few years ago, that was big for a couple months, and you had guns for feet, I guess, and you went down a hole. I can't remember the actual name of it, but
Guns for feet?
yeah. Alex is a big fan of it.
Chat says it's down well.
That's down. Okay, good. Well, then there's just the one game then. Down well.
I thought maybe
yes,
you were meaning like Enter the Gungeon, because that has that premise of you're going down.
True, but that's
As
more of a
well.
2D crawl around the space one.
Yeah,
What else we got here? So yeah, Bayonetta is definitely you're not going down in that, but you do
definitely
have gun
guns for feet, yeah.
Yep.
Because I do choose to believe that our shoes are really just our feet.
There is a Made in Abyss game that's coming soon.
Yep.
So that's going to be about going down.
We actually talked about that on Chill Point.
I'm a little surprised and quite proud of how many members of the Loading Ready Run family are fans of Made in Abyss.
Well, I would say have watched. At least in Beach's case. That is very much not his kind of jam.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's why we have Adam.
I do love how much Adam loves that show.
Like I said, we can still get out of this. There's another power generator just there. You said the green guy was just behind. He should have caught up with us by now, shouldn't he?
Hey, you got a real problem with names, Barry. Oops, that's crunchy. Wait here. I'll go see what he's doing. It's that spider.
Oh no! Barry! Wait, am I Barry now? I'm Barry now. Oh, and this is actually a fight. Okay.
Okay, well you can die as many times as you want, so. Ooh, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm betting. Yeah, you over here.
Yeah. And then ground pound that that soft weak spot they expose. Butt to butt.
Oh wow, I gotta be faster about it. There we go.
Nice. That's a good amount of damage too.
Oh, much faster. Okay. Essentially, as soon as he crashes into the wall. Oops.
You're dialing it in.
There. I feel like they have to let you do as much damage as they do, because otherwise you'll never get out of this.
Oh wow. Now I hope you remembered your dodge button. Oh no!
Yep, I cannot climb walls now. The spider figured out what I was doing. Okay. I think I hit it from underneath. Oh, no, maybe I just dodged into it.
I think you were right about aiming to get underneath it. But once you're there, I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, I can definitely see the glowy roundy butt in the back there.
Okay.
Oh, yep, no. Huh.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe try hitting it on the diamonds next time they light up. Can you do a jump attack on it?
It's working.
Oh, it's working. Oh, then never mind.
But it's also doing healing.
I think someone was mentioning it does healing when it touches you.
Yeah, that does seem to be the
which makes
case.
for an interesting eating mechanic.
So, definitely have to be better at the dodging, which I think I'm doing okay with. It's weird because it doesn't make that sound when it's not doing the jump. But I'm waiting for it, so I'm like, oh wait, hit it, I guess. Little Barry's dead now, though.
Or became Spiderberry.
Oh no. Root is not about to have a good time either.
Nope.
Alright. Oh, okay. Alright, we look like we're gonna have a similar kind of thing of needing to hit it when it's red.
Yee.
Oh, no. I know what it wants me to do, and I don't wanna. Okay, we gotta get it near the wall. Then I have to... that. Okay, alright, I think I've got this down.
Looks like it. I do like the gentle nudging of the legs as an attack vector.
Alright, phase 2. Ah! Tiny spiders!
Ooh. Those are very large spider eggs. for like the music cues. Aww.
Okay.
No problem.
So you're gonna eat root too? I'm gonna eat root too.
Don't know if that's an 8.
This three-phase fight is very strange. Alright. What are we doing?
Uh-oh. You're avoiding the eggs.
Do not get hit. Alright.
Like a person with an ovophobia at a breakfast buffet. Avoid the eggs. Eggs are extremely mango-like, too.
Rotten mango.
I'm beginning to worry about the breeding patterns of this particular species of spider.
Uh-huh, okay. You ran out of eggs? Sure. You know what?
Yep, good.
Whatever works.
Guess that's just the way that that spiders die. When they run out of eggs, they explode.
Well played, Hick. I'm back on top thanks to you. You managed to sap all his strength. Root, you've always given good advice, and I should have listened to you more. I was able to count on you once again.
Big up, man.
Barry, how can I explain? I never thought I'd say this to you, but thanks.
And your service, boss. Hey.
Thanks again, Tack. You're free now. I hope you understand why I had to do that. It would have driven me crazy to let those two steal all the glory? What? Okay, sure. Great, and if you ever pass by me again, remember to listen carefully and move your head to the beat of the music. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, I guess. Wait, did we just need to...
We saved the radio.
Was this all about just getting a spider out of your boombox?
Ian, if you got a spider in your boombox, you'd want it to go away too.
It's happened. There was a show where this happened. We talked about it. Big spider sack in the printer.
I thought this game was slightly longer than this.
Yeah, same.
Like, maybe not like a lot longer, but you know, like a little bit. Like, this felt like stage 1.
Mm-hmm. Maybe levels 1 and 2 of the game.
Still, it was good. It was fun.
Yeah, not disappointed. It was again more fun than I expected it to be.
We really should get, yeah, like I've seen some, Johnalog says that they feel like this calls for a small vacuum or compressed air canister. And I feel like, yeah, we should maybe spray out the spider webs and the body of the spider.
Yeah, we should
Clean that up.
do that everywhere, in fact.
Alright, let's find out what time attack means.
Are you going to become the world's premier Inside My Radio speedrunner?
I doubt that. Let's go with Funky Berry.
I mean, it could be easier than you think, yet.
I mean, it could be.
Let's see here.
It's like I get 30 seconds. Oh, I see. I can get more time.
I think I'm seeing 41 minutes for a speed run on that. Oh, no, okay, see, Heather, you'll have to do this in 37 minutes, 32 seconds to make number 1. If you want to get on the leaderboard, well, that's going to mean that you'll have to be the number... God. Number 6. You'll have to do it in 47 minutes, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Not for Funky Berry?
I mean, I think I could do it if I gave it another try. I got stumped by the puzzle thing because I forgot how that worked and then I remembered, but I definitely wasted a lot of time while I remembered how that puzzle worked.
Right, the puzzle stuff. Just that little bit of...
Oh, right.
Do love the sound design.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna run out again. It's interesting though. It kind of feels like you definitely have to be doing it almost perfectly. I'm switching to the first level. I figure it might be easier if there's not puzzles I have to hit out.
Okay, we got ourselves a raid from Jason the Wheeled Warriors. The rodeo's here with a big chunk of change. Welcome, friends and fans of the rhythm. We got all the great stuff. Cube Man. Radio. Inner Spaces. Ah.
Oh, I lose time when I hit the wrong the button off the beat.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Oh.
All right. That's still pretty neat. I don't think it's a for me thing.
But it's nice to have that sort of challenge in there.
Oh, hey, it kept track of. So, 24 errors. About 15 minutes. 42. 136. No errors in the dance battle.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised there.
Just gonna point that out. Let's see. Oh, yellow submarine, cute.
Nice.
Dance with the
wow,
spider.
Yeah, you got the flaming, not the flaming lips, the
Up on the roof. Right, yeah, these are.
album covers.
Yeah.
The not Beatles. What are the Rolling Stones? That's it.
Right. Only 43 errors with our spider dance.
Not bad.
And no errors
there's
with falling
Clash.
beat. Actually,
Rodeo heads.
Blasted Lands, Music Factory. No, okay. Interesting.
I am Root.
I don't know
And
what
I
to
am
do
not
now. I did not plan for this to
Oh,
take
no.
less than half the stream.
Well, I don't think we did all of the music in the Taiko games if you wanted to go back and run through that. Or we can take it to the break and discuss.
I think the Taiko makes sense.
Yeah,
That one's easy to set up
importantly-
and it's around.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna take our break early then, and we'll be right back as I set everything over for Taiko music.
Sounds good. It's gonna be fun.
And goodbye. And we're back with Taiko because it was the easiest thing to set up.
Oh, hearing that music's almost like coming home. In the sense that it's weird, I shouldn't have been traveling, and it's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know there's some other rhythm games and I know there's demos and things, but this is already preset and doesn't mess up with any of our other timing of the things we planned.
Yeah. And we know it. We know what we're getting into. And that's a fish drum. I hadn't noticed the porthole on the side of fish drum that there is now a child inside of drumfish.
Oh, you didn't notice that Fish Rocket Drum had a child inside of it?
Completely skipped my mind that it was a fish rocket child prison.
Let's see. I know we played around with some of this at some point. Oh my god.
I probably took us through most of the pop rock songs.
Yeah, that seems about right.
But that does mean there's a lot of anime themes and happiness precure.
Well, I think we're gonna go through the anime songs today.
Ah yes, noted anime Kamen Rider Gaim.
Yep. We all know that anime.
That's right. Sounds matter.
Let's see. Have we done Poppy yet?
I don't think we have.
Let's do Poppy. And I think hard seems fine.
I think you can handle hard on this one.
Oh, I could do drumming drums. Motion controls. Let's not.
Sure is an option.
I think I did something wrong, Ian.
I was gonna say, those drums seem pretty regular.
Because I'm not really sure. I think I hit a setting and didn't mean to do that.
So how are those motion controls going there, Heather?
Super great. You know.
Good, okay, yep.
I'm gonna go back. I went too far
you're
back.
Still able to. I think you're still good for hard.
Yeah,
You'll be able to
yeah.
handle extreme with that.
All right. I agree, actually. Yeah, I think.
Where was the auto?
Yeah, I
Under
think I
special.
turned auto on. Yeah, turned auto on by accident. All right, good. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do Oni. Still doing butt controls though. No, I regret my choices.
Ah, Jesus.
I regret choices. No. Why did we agree that this was a good idea? Why did we look at hard and say, oh, that looks too easy? Ian.
I think I might say that it might be the 4 times speed that this also currently set.
Did we change the speed by accident too?
The speed was set to 4 times when I was on that screen, but I thought that I thought that was a choice.
Oh, what? Why is it doing this? Okay. Alright, let's go through this. Tone, score, yes, invisible off, don't want that, reverse off. Let's say none for random, I don't know why that was on.
Wow. You were just set up for a bad time totally.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
There might have been another error. Yep. I think you hit the B button rather than the A button, or the A button rather than the B button. You cancel rather than save.
Yep, you're right. I go back in there. Okay.
Sound.
Alright.
That sounds better.
Look, we've got time to kill chat. We have to do things in the
Is
worst
that
way.
what this is?
Shh. I'm saving face, Ian.
Vital. Sounds like they're invoking Usain Bolt for the first couple lines. Usain Bolt! It's really fast!
I mean, I think Odie's still a bit much for me, given how awesome this is being on my eyes. But I'm gonna go all the way through this one after restarting this song like 6 times.
Well, I'm nodding along hard enough that I'm making the TV on my desk shake, but could be better.
Alright, Tokager. We're just gonna put that on hard. I liked Poppy. Poppy wasn't bad. I'm gonna do...
Talking Tiki sure exist.
I'm gonna do that. I bet it's great.
We gotta find out. We've got to put ourselves in this position for you folks at home. Tucky.
You have to enjoy a good Kamen Rider song that tells you to go.
Talkie Tiki not the greatest.
Nope. You really should put a song like this at the end of the day in like a store when they're trying to clear people out.
Oh yeah.
It's like go, 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 go,
Go. Just better enough than the normal go home music.
Okay, Precure, Silence. No. Taiko, boring. Blade, we've done. Register.
I mean, they are popular. I mean, profitable.
I'm gonna go with the Ringside Bell.
Yeah.
I liked that one.
If there's one thing that I know about Pretty Cure, it's that it involves some savage beatdowns. So yeah, ring bell, good. No, you know what? This is the best.
You forgot about the fight part, didn't you?
I did. Fight, 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 fight! Oh, the only thing that would make this better would be the original Pretty Cure theme. It's considered a standard within the anime jazz community. Happiness.
Fight, 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 fight. Alright. Aikatsu. Aikatsu. I'm looking this up.
Aikatsu.
What is Aikatsu? Idle activity.
The Katsudon of Love.
It's an arcade collectible card game in Bandai's Data Card S line of machines. Launched in October 2012.
Oh yeah, I have seen of this.
The series takes place at Starlight Academy, a prestigious girl with both middle and high branches, where girls train to become idols and take part in various auditions, such as live, fashion show, and drama. Yeah, this is one of those arcade cabinet games where you get a bunch of cards to dress them up and stuff. Oh, wow.
And you should also point out that this is one of those arcade games that is also generally 3 feet tall at best, and usually has a chair or a stool next to it that like will come up to your mid shin, because these are made for children to come up and scan their cards.
Well, if it's an idol show, they probably have to learn cooking.
Oh, I mean, at the very least, so that they can go on to the various cooking shows and either cook successfully or not, depending on what their managers think that they should be. and their personality types.
I'm gonna turn on motion controls and see how that goes.
Editor's note, not well.
Nope.
Oh, you know, the time from turning motion controls on to regret is like one of the shortest measurable time frames ever recorded.
Trying to hit the side is probably the worst part of this.
It's like an atomic unit of time. You can't slice it any finer. The drum rolls are nice though.
You just wait till I bring the Hatsune Mega Mix for the Switch into this cafe one day, Ian. It has motion controls as well. And I've not tried them because I've been saving that reaction.
I look forward to that.
Yokai Watch. Is that still popular?
No, I don't think so, at least. Like, I remember we talked about the fact that when it came out, there were newspaper stories about it, being like, this is going to be the next Pokemon, so get on board.
It was definitely trying to be.
And I think it was successful enough that it got a few sequels, a few seasons of anime. Like, it wasn't a grand failure, but when you're comparing things against Pokemon, that's a high bar to clear.
Yeah, I mean, I did think Yokai Watch seemed interesting in the idea that it went with the idea of spirits are in everything.
Yeah. Like it's very, very tied to the actual Shinto belief system and also the cultural yokai of Japan.
Yeah, like it had a different take on what you saw like Pokemon doing and Digimon doing and other like monster collector games. So I kind of appreciated it for that, but I remember trying the demo and not caring.
It's like saying something's gonna be the next Volkswagen Beetle. I'm like, dude, it's okay to just be a Kia Soul. It's a good car.
I went back with Poppy Bubbles.
I appreciate they brought the Yokai Watch cat character in. And actually, wow, like the entire aesthetic.
That car in the background, though, not having a good time.
No, sorry. Yeah, I think the other thing that Yokai Watch did that Pokemon didn't is that Yokai Watch really leaned hard into that kitty aesthetic.
That's true.
Which made it maybe a little bit less easy to be picked up by non-children in the West. But damn, that's some good vocal performance there.
Yeah, I feel like they've actually probably, if all the Yokai Watch music is like this, they've got that nailed down pretty well.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we got a stamp.
Oh, and another outfit.
and a bongo tone. Oh, Cinderella outfit.
Now, when it says Cinderella, does it mean we get some glass shoes, or are we becoming the castle?
Well, we have to find out.
Absolutely.
Let's see. So, straight out cat.
I'm just gonna get in the cat skin.
Since, so kind of.
Wow, there is a lot going on there.
You know what? I think this might upgrade. Where's Crab?
Fish face? Oh, yes. Crab.
Do we not have Crab in this one?
Oh, no.
Is that in the other one? Alright, well then fish face it is. It's still a good upgrade.
Perfection.
I like that people are like, what? Both the carriage and the castle? Yes, this is what you call a mobile home.
Mm-hmm. Folks, get yourself a girl who can wear fish.
Let's see, we got.
That's pretty good.
Very
Some-
handsome indeed. Yeah, no, I think when it comes down to it, it's the fish.
Yep. It's also the most aerodynamic choice, which I approve of. God, do you remember those? Okay, so back in the early 2000s, late 90s, do you remember those plastic things that you could get that would clip to the top of an aluminum can that was the shape of a bottle top? It was the dumbest, and I think it was for people who wanted to drink from beer bottles but still be able to drink beer from a can. And it would just clip onto the top of the can. You'd open the can, clip on this bottle top, and then drink from this bottle top that's clipped to your can. It's the dumbest thing.
Try to make the can into a bottle.
Exactly.
I don't recall
And that's kind of what I
those, no.
imagine. Well, that's kind of what I imagine this fish to be like. Now I'm gonna have to see if I can pick one up, or not pick one up, but find one.
Because I do
least the
remember,
image
pop can covers you could get to try and reseal them, which also didn't typically work in quite the same way as like having a bottle, but I don't remember anything giving you essentially a funnel.
Wow. So the bottle, so it looks like they've done another generation of these now, because the beer bottle top is no longer popular. But what does exist readily is something that looks like a Gatorade bottle top that, again, you clip to the top of a can, it snaps on, and I guess you can pretend that you're drinking Gatorade out of your beer can.
Well, that sounds unappealing, honestly.
Oh no, they're terrible, I think.
Speaking of Pokemon,
That did have a lot of theme songs in not North America.
honestly, I don't think I ever watched X and Y. And I definitely only saw the series in English.
I think we got far enough into the North American version that Beach and I were able to make a joke about the sun, and then I stopped watching.
Okay, so about 5 episodes.
Yeah, basically. Like, let's be honest here. This was still back in the time when any anime was a good anime to have.
It's true.
So that's why, yeah, we were watching things like Cardcaptor Sakura in the English dub because it was what was available.
Yeah. It was kind of that, like, if you could get it at all, you were watching it, because there really wasn't that much otherwise. Yeah, I think Pokemon was probably amongst one of the ones where I did watch it for a while, and I stopped watching it at least when my parents were around, because they'd already kind of like told me Sailor Moon was bad, and then there was a whole church thing going on in news and stuff about Pokemon being evil.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I really got away with Pokemon was because it was on the Game Boy, and my parents didn't really watch what I was playing on the Game Boy.
They can't police what they don't understand.
Yeah, essentially. Alright.
Can you imagine if we'd had the smarts back in the day to properly partition our computers?
I mean, I didn't need to go that far.
I mean, yeah, when you get to the point where they don't even know how to turn it on, that's one thing. But if you have it boot into your special Parent OS, that would have saved so many folders in my documents folder called taxes.
I remember my computer time was very restricted, and all I really wanted to do was read fanfics. So I started printing off all of the fanfics to read.
That seems...
That's what I used all my computer time for. I was really just reading books, essentially. But my parents didn't really get that.
Books that you printed yourself, too.
Oh man, there were some good ones. I actually learned about some book series that way because the Zelda fanfic I was reading that this person had written that I thought was very good was crossed over with a real book series. And when I realized that, I actually went to the library and started checking out those books so that I could understand what those characters were about.
Yeah, I mean, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Reading is reading. What's the difference between a fan fiction you found on the internet and a book that's been published? Well, someone decided that the book that was published would be profitable, sell enough copies that it could be profitable. That doesn't mean it's in any way better or more legitimate.
Mm-hmm. Also, the printer that I printed everything off on was one of those really old, even by that day, connected together with the stuff you had to peel off the sides.
The tractor feed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and it was
so
always,
good.
if you printed off more than 2 pages, because it was slightly damaged, the tractor feed would go off, so I had to line everything up to only print like 2 pages at a time. And then I would hand hole punch everything to put into a binder.
Wow. Of the retro equipment that I wished I had kept from my youth, the tractor-fed dot matrix printer is it.
They were so cool. I wish theirs worked properly.
Well, I mean, if they work properly to begin with, you can probably make them still work, but no. You can still buy ribbon for them today. You can still buy paper because they're still in use because they're workhorses. And honestly, in this day and age, when no one gets impressed when you print off something laser printed, I would have loved to show up with my resume on tractor-fed paper. Like, F off! I'm from the past. I never got to the stage though with apparently if you were printing large amounts of documents in a tractor feed, the thing to do was to separate the sides and separate the paper, and then sand the edges with sandpaper to remove the perforation marks.
Huh. I wouldn't have thought of that. I mean, removing the perforated portions and then dividing up all the paper was as satisfying as popping bubble wrap. So.
Now, did you also take the things that you separated from the sides and then fold them up into the springs by folding them back and forth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it did.
That's the thing you do. Okay. Hey, it's that show that promised to end this year and then didn't.
Wait, really? It's not over yet?
Okay, dear the people behind Attack on Titan. You're not allowed to have something come out that's called Attack on Titan, the final season, and then not end the show, and in fact tease yet a further season after the one that you've just finished.
Ian wants truth in your titling.
Just want to know when I can stop paying attention to this franchise. Holy moly!
I mean, I don't think you have to pay attention to it at all if you don't want to.
I have to, but I did enjoy the series, I think.
You think?
Like, again, I'm pretty far into it. Sort of surprised at how inexpensive Image Writer 2 printers are. I have to look into that later. I do appreciate Attack on Titan for doing the musical continuity between the opening themes. They're not all the same artist, but they do hold the same sort of themes between them. And they sound like they're all part of the same show, which is nice.
That's cool. Ah, this Crayon Shinchan.
Yeah.
And I have to spend some time looking at anime again.
Just in general, you need to watch it or just to appreciate it?
I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, I stopped caring about keeping up on it because there was just like a lot to do with other stuff that was going on. And so I stopped. Which means all the anime I've watched for like the past year and a half has been stuff that Beach thought I would like, but also that he thinks he would like. Because our tastes are mostly like very separate and then sometimes clash. And so I'm sure there's like a good portion of shows I've missed out on over the last couple of years that I just haven't seen.
You know, if it's really good, it'll probably come back to you in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, likely. I know if I go and take a look, I might find some stuff, and the whole season will be out then.
But frankly, I'm just happy that I don't like most of it these days. It makes keeping up on it a lot easier. I can just scan through the page on any chart and like, nope. Ooh, that seems maybe interesting.
I mean, I've definitely become much more of the, if I can tell what the troping of this show is going to be in the first episode, I will drop it if I know that that's not my style. And I know there's that whole thing of like, oh, you gotta give a show 3 episodes or do whatever. And I agree with that to a degree. I don't agree with that in the sense of like, if you watched enough anime, you can tell sooner, I think.
Oh, I think it happens with any visual medium and television medium. Like there are shows that I know even before watching a second of it that I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
Like I think that approach works really well. If it's something that you think you might be interested in, then yeah, maybe you should give it 3 episodes. But if I can absolutely tell you which shows I am not going to like by just looking at the picture sometimes.
Yeah, I'm tired of reading things online where people are like, oh, if you're not watching this show, you're missing out. And I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, no, I know I'm not missing out on anything. I'm glad you like it, but I don't enjoy the insinuation that this is a thing everybody should be watching. And if you're not, then somehow you're doing it wrong.
There is nothing that we all need to be watching. The very concept that that media needs to be a universally shared thing is, I think, one of the most harmful aspects of modern culture outside of professional sports being assumed to be a universal aspect.
Yeah, it's also I've definitely found that it's like if I ignore a show because I'm like that's whatever, and then it comes back around again enough times where my friends start talking about it and I'm like, okay, wait, it sounds like there's actually something interesting in there. I don't think I'm missing anything out by watching it later.
Yeah, no, absolutely nothing. These are recorded performances. You can approach them whenever you like.
Yeah.
Like,
And I know people put out spoilers on the internet and people are like afraid of reading spoilers. And I'm like, if you're in the middle of watching something, then yeah, I find spoilers are kind of annoying. But for the most part, if I read a spoiler by accident, by the time I get to that thing, if I'm not watching it, I probably will forget.
Yeah. And it's a good enough story. There aren't if the quality of your story hinges upon a single piece of information that can be transmitted by text accidentally to someone, then maybe you might want to reconsider what your story's all about and the value of it. But yeah, when it comes to time, no, watch anything from any time. I just finished watching Overman King Gator, which was kind of okay, but it was fun. And that was from the mid-2000s. And you know what the next show I'm watching?
But
I decided I'm picking up Idion, which is from 1980. And it's great.
yeah, I like delving into the past sometimes, and I used to actually I used to listen to an anime podcast where they would go over like the current season of stuff, but I was always so far behind on it that that by the time I listened to it, it was not current. But by the time I listened to it, I'd actually already heard of those titles a few times, and so it's stuck in my brain a lot better when I heard them talking about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, current events podcasts are not exactly the things that age the best.
I have so many podcasts I'm like years behind on. Generally, they're not like super current event type topics so much as what people sometimes end up talking about as what's going on in the world involves some current event stuff. But I don't mind that. Sometimes it's really interesting to hear people being really excited about a thing. And you already know that thing becomes a wet fart later. And you're just like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Or you know that thing's gonna be really good, and you're like, oh, when they get to that, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could go through a few of our old episodes of Anno Annie and actually lay that down.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that sound.
Which Vocaloid is this?
Right,
This
it's
is
a
featuring
Vocaloid, too.
flowers, so that might not be a Vocaloid.
It just sounds. I love songs where people are able to perform on what sounds like the edge of holding it together.
Charles Vocaloid flower. Okay, no, I probably. Featuring flower. Oh, Flower is by the Yamaha Corporation. And she looks pretty cool. Very purple. I'm gonna send you the link in the chat.
I just looked it up here. That is a nifty look.
It's a neat look.
Don't appreciate.
It's a neat look.
Do not appreciate that the third suggested search item was flower Vocaloid age.
Yeah, they all have to be aged.
Flower Vocaloid age, flower Vocaloid cost, flower Vocaloid wiki.
Let's take this down to normal so I can just talk in.
Yeah, enjoy yourself while you play. It's supposed to be a relaxing time.
I went down a really long YouTube hole about Vocaloids one afternoon.
Ooh.
And once you start getting to like, here's the opera singers and here's the American country singer, there's some neat stuff in there.
Oh, the Vocaloid culture is, and it is its own subculture, is fascinating. It really brings together. I think it actually did a lot for the otaku movement in Japan, because it brought together this whole area of music makers, artists, and just fans in a way that hadn't been done before.
It just never it never occurred to me for the longest time that there are a lot of Vocaloids that are made by several different companies. Because I was only really exposed to the video games, and they focus in on the Vocaloids that are owned by, I think it's Krypton or something that Sega licenses out. And I kind of wish that there was more collaboration in having other Vocaloids come hang out in those games. MTV,
Yeah, I don't think that.
MTV says one afternoon my YouTube rabbit holes can last for weeks. I'm very busy. If I have a YouTube rabbit hole that lasts a whole afternoon, that is a substantial amount of my time.
Yes. If Heather ends up in a multi-afternoon YouTube rabbit hole, you, the fans of these programs, will notice.
Sometimes it happens on a work day, which is really the worst kind of day for that to happen.
Oh, it's been a while since I've been on a good YouTube hole. I think the last time that happened was when I discovered my favorite documentary maker on YouTube.
Oh,
And
that's
got
pretty
sucked
good.
into an 8-hour documentary series by them. So yes, that's like a hole. I'm just discovering a new series from someone I like, which is fine too.
Now, if I could get myself stuck down in the same way on those as I like on a project I need to get work done on, that would be really useful.
Yeah, unfortunately, I find myself getting stuck on, and I hate to admit it, but fan.wiki more often than not.
It can be a really interesting place. It can be a really terrible place if you don't find a good one.
Oh yeah, but I just generally, occasionally I will run into a Gundam I'm not familiar with from the vast Universal Century novels and side stories world. And it's a process going through the various links. because it's less of a case of where's this Gundam from, and more of a case of when was this Gundam made, who commissioned it, who currently pilots it, why don't we see it in the main series, and where can I buy models of it?
That's fair.
Like, I'm still looking for an affordable and easy to build Gundam Penelope. And then just recently I figured out that the Gundam Penelope is the antagonist Gundam, and I don't know if I want to promote that.
Hey, did I tell you? This week, I gave myself some time, and I found my Timex Rush watch.
Yeah!
It was super dirty, like the band and everything, and I like took the pins out, I like disassembled the whole watch for the battery removal, but I also like took the watch and threw it in a pillowcase in the laundry so it could get really clean, and now it's like awesome and new, and it's
rad.
just as exciting to me as the day I bought it.
I saw you post that. I'm like, I'm curious. What's the functionality of the Rush that makes it the cool thing?
So the thing I really liked about it, and they do that in the newer Timex watches, is when you hold down the set button, it tells you hold all the other buttons, and it's like, this button will be used for this button will be used for this, so you actually know how to set the watch.
That's really good.
But then also, as you go through setting the watch, the minute time, when you set the minutes, it lets you set them as individual digits as opposed to the full minute counter, which is really nice. And then on the timer, when you go to set the timer, it has intervals that are 1, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, and an hour.
God, that's kind of actually useful.
It's like all I really need.
Now, the question I got too, as well, is I noticed it has a pulse button. What does that do? Does it read your pulse?
Pulse, as far as I can tell, because I don't have the instructions for this thing anymore, and trying to find them on the internet was impossible. You hit a button, it tells you at the beep to start counting, and then you count your pulse up to 10, and then you hit the button again and it tells you what your pulse is.
Okay. That actually sounds like that could be useful for for like beat matching too, for DJ.
Yeah. It's definitely not a feature of the watch I really used, but but yeah, I switched the mode onto that, and I was like, what is pulse? Oh, okay, I see. I mean, the other thing for this watch, which was really important to me, especially at the time, was the wristband goes under the metal.
Ah, yes.
Because I always have this problem with watches where the sweat and the metal back end up kind of giving my wrist a rash.
My father had an allergy to nickel, which meant that he couldn't wear most steel-based watches.
Huh.
And most jewelry as well. Like gold had to be a certain level up, but so yeah, that would have been a great watch for him in that case.
Yeah, I find they don't do that with a lot of watches outside of children's watches, which I have also owned. I definitely owned the Timex teach your kids to tell time watches because they had dinosaur bands and stuff that were more colorful and interesting to me.
I like watches.
Timepieces are interesting.
There's a different world out there where the timeline's split, and instead of moving to Victoria, I ended up moving to Montreal to go learn how to be a watchmaker.
That's a really precise thing to have to learn too, from my understanding.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice thing in the sense that watch designs don't change that much in terms of the internals, at least. But yeah, it is I did a bunch of research on it actually while I was still living in Edmonton, to the point where I was actually looking to design my own watch and sourcing some engines from China.
Oh wow!
Based on Swiss-based designs that have been let's say, appropriated and re-engineered.
I spent a lot of time working at jewelry counters in department stores, and at some of them, because I think they stopped doing this in some places, but changing out the band and changing out the battery was like a courtesy if the customer wanted it. And there were definitely times where we didn't do it because some people would bring in some very expensive looking watches, and you can really F up the process sometimes.
Oh yeah. Like just getting the back off is the easiest way to just ruin someone's watch. You do that in the wrong way and just start scratching things up.
Yep. You can scratch up the back. You can accidentally do something bad to the internal. Depending on how they've put down the battery. Sometimes the pins to pull the watch off the strap can be really rough, and you might break the pin. And you generally, when you buy a watch strap, it comes with new pins anyway. And we always had extras, but yeah.
Yeah, depending on the watch, those pins can be expensive.
If you go to a jewelry store, sometimes they have extras that they just keep. Because they've they were able to maybe swap out a person's watch band with the original pins. Because if you can keep the original pins, you know that they fit perfectly. Whereas if you're getting a watch band that has a size thing, then... But, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sizing pins versus actual attachment pins, too.
Yeah, but I was really proud. I undid the pins and I'm like, oh, they all look perfect and shiny, and oh, good, I don't have to clean those. And I just also had all these flashback moments of the people who brought in the really disgusting fabric-based watches that you were like, you need to change the strap or wash it or something, my dude. We've got time for... Let's do...
Oh, at least a couple more. Probably 3, I'd say.
I'm gonna skip forward to Matryoshka, because I know there are people who enjoy that song. I shouldn't say that as if I'm not one of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, the kind of watch I want is proper full-on mechanical. And those can be expensive and difficult to maintain.
I know when they first started coming out, my dad got one of those kinetic watches. And that was kind of neat, but if you're not doing a lot of movement in your day-to-day, you actually end up trying to get the watch to charge by moving your arm a lot.
I own one of those. Maybe that design's been around since I believe the early 1900s.
Oh, really?
And it's only but mainly on mechanical watches. I don't know if they were on digital watches. I didn't pay attention to that part. But yeah, it was great. I never had to worry about winding it up because I would move around on mine. But because it adds so much more gearage to it, again, that's more stuff that needs servicing, needs lubing, and it's unfortunately, I don't think it's seized, but it's not currently running. And unfortunately, because it is a Chinese replica, I need to find someone who's willing to service a Chinese... It's a replica of an Omega Speedmaster. Just because that's one of my favorites. It's the Moonwatch. And fantastic. And in terms of the copy, it's absolutely perfect. But I need to find someone who's willing to service those sorts of things. Is I have taken the back off and had a look and thinking to myself, oh yeah, I can service anything. I'm Ian. I just need to work. No, this is probably just outside of my areas of expertise, and things are small enough. Oh!
Sorry. I was like,
combo.
I could full combo this, and I missed the last one. Oh my goodness.
Well, I got the highest score at least. Got 383, so that's what? This is a 384 combo?
Yeah, one bad.
Actually, yeah, that's one bad. God damn. Oh. Thank you, Vocaloid. I glance away from the window for half a second, glance back, and there's a carriage with a fish face and some castles, and I know everything's okay. Come on!
What's up?
I love it when the Asian riff shows up in non-Western music, specifically in Asian music. Because it is such a trope of American music to indicate, here's something Asian happening. And to have it show up there, like, to come full circle, it's like, culture. Yes, MTV CDM, it happens every 30 seconds. Driving my wife and I crazy. Someone's asked if I'm familiar with Tokyo Flash watches, and I am now. And, oh yes, I remember these. They have an interesting, usually have an interesting way of telling time, and they're nifty as heck.
Is metal Taiko?
Ooh.
Sure.
Be like a steel drum, you think, or?
Yeah, I think it's basically going to be the Taiko, but if it was made of metal.
Okay.
It's not bad. Oh, this is the one where she's on the way to her concert and she saves a cat.
I'm glad one of us knows about the Vocaloids ever. And I'm more glad it's you.
To be honest, I'd be slightly worried if it was you right now at this point.
We'll see what it takes to get me deep into Vocaloids.
You've got Gundam. I think you're set. this video, like, she tries to save a cat, but she's on the way to concert, and she's like constantly waking up and Groundhog Daying it.
Ah, okay. The lesson is never save a cat. Nice.
Awesome. One person orchestra complete. Gong. Nice.
Gong.
And we have a new outfit. We have paw prints in the color section.
Probably, yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, probably got one more time for one more here, I think.
Yeah, I think so. No. No, we just did that one. What's this one?
Oh! Forgot that that's in there. You don't have to play that. I'm at my computer. I can play that anytime I want. But oh, wow.
So we've got, this is classical. Right. Monster Hunter. Then Namco Originals.
Anytime you put a Ridge Racer in a game and it's not Ridge Racer, you've got a problem.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna end on a Vocaloid song because I'm enjoying Vocaloid music.
That's the thing about being in the office. You get to choose which songs you want.
It's true. Although I do miss the pass back and forth of the control where we
Yes.
share
Yeah.
and get some variety that way.
And your occasional fist fights over the correct choices.
And, you know, you get to give yourself a break.
Yeah.
Because it's not just saying I won't play a rhythm game for several hours on end, but sometimes it's a good idea to give your eyes a break and your hands a break depending on how rough that rhythm game can get.
Honestly, sometimes it's also nice just to be able to like just sing along with the music without worrying about that throwing you off.
There's that too. There's a rhythm game I was checking out for later, probably much later. That I was checking the demo out of, and they have a category for Vocaloid music, and I was like, okay, cool. But then they also have they had an area for Toho music, and I started to realize a lot of the music that is Toho I thought was Vocaloid because I think they intersect is in fandoms.
Absolutely, the people who like Toho are the people who like Vocaloid.
So,
Which means I think I may have found you a new fandom, Heather.
I don't know if Toho's for me.
Well, see, from what I understand about the Toho fandom is you don't need to be a fan of the games.
Well, I mean, that's good, because I really am not super a fan of bullet hells, and my understanding is original Toho is bullet hells.
That's pretty much all the Toho, from my understanding. Or at least the canonical Toho.
Canonically, I think. The Switch has this spell bubble rhythm game thing that's like one of those match 3 bubble popper things, but then it's got like a rhythm element to it. It's really weird.
I partially believe you.
It's got a free demo and I tried it and I don't know that I like it. That's not today. Today was full of Taiko and spiders inside of radios.
Taiko spiders.
Yes. Spider
They're
Taikos.
so good at the drumming.
They got 8 legs. They've got so much beating things they can do.
Like they have 4 legs each for both the edges and the center.
Yeah, you're
why
right.
do we even bother why do we even bother as human beings?
Is that who I keep fighting online when I do Taiko online? Is there people who can do drum rolls that seem impossible? And now I'm starting to think they might just be spiders that I'm fighting.
You know what? Unless you have photographic evidence and with day and date, can't tell.
And it's the internet. Who would be better at doing stuff on the web than spiders?
Right?
Clearly, they're all spiders. All right. But that is our time for Rhythm Cafe today. So let us go over some stuff. Such as, you're currently on twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun watching this, unless you're watching this in the future. And this VOD particularly would go on to youtube.com/loadingreadylive. If you're on the Loading Ready Live YouTube channel, you should want to know that we have a couple of other channels. youtube.com/loadingreadyrun, where we put recorded and other various content, and youtube.com/LRRMTG, where we put all the magic stuff. So if you are watching these videos and you're like, man, I haven't seen them do a Friday night paper fight in a while, that's because you're on the wrong channel now.
Helpfully sequestered elsewhere.
You can give us money in support if you want. There are other ways to support us, of course, as like people who've been in the chat. If you're leaving comments on the YouTube videos, engagement is always a great way for support. But if you would like to give monetary support, there is the patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. You can become a member on youtube.com/loadingreadyrun. That allows you to ask questions for the asklers. There's currently one up over in it's under the community page for that channel. If you're a member, you can ask questions for the upcoming episode for May. I can't remember who's on it, but if you can read the post, it will tell you. Were there other places people could give us monetary, Ian?
We've done the YouTube, we've done the Patreon, we've done the here.
I guess there's the store if you would like to give us money for goods in store.loadingreadyrun.com. There's playmats, dice trays, t-shirts, and such.
If you meet us on the street, I mean, if you wanted to slip us a 50, I wouldn't say no to that, but...
Please give context when doing so. I will think you're weird if you just throw money at me. I will tell you that now. I will be awkward regardless of what you say to me, because I am a human being who doesn't understand human interactions anymore through non-mechanical devices, but I will at least be not creeped out if I have context.
Speaking of context, the context of this particular program is that it occurs on twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun, and some of you have dropped subs and bits for us there, and we want to thank you for doing that. The people we want to thank specifically are Dearth Bruder, who's been subscribed for 54 months. Thank you for your continued support.
We have the Daily Maple Syrup for 13 months. What rhythm time?
The M8 says, hey, I have a button. Thanks for those 40 months.
Dopo Bicho For 12 months, the 1-year subversary, tuned in to see a giant spider aimed with lasers. This looks really cool.
It was. Vectric has subscribed for 14 months in. Yeah, thanks, Barry.
And then, of course, we had the raid from Benjamin Wheeler, who you will see shortly on this channel. And I guess it's a good time to remind you that many people on Loading Ready Run also do streams on their own channels, and you can find that on the team page. We'll get into that in a bit.
Shensi 2 has subscribed for 70 months. Thank you for your continued support as well.
Anubis169 for 89 months. 89 months of sub on the wall. 89 months of sub.
And eBlock drops 300 bits on us. Thank you so much for your corgi-based appreciation.
Yes. Now, Ian, as I was telling chat, there are people here on Loading Ready Run who also stream in other places and are in other places on the internet, and you would be one of them. Where could they find you?
That's correct. If you head on over in your web browser technology application to tilty.house, that's tilty.house, you can find links to everything I do there and everything that Corey does, including links to our podcast streams, late night dubfight, and our profiles on the bad website, twitter.com. Heather, where can people find you, should you wish to be found?
Well, you can also find me on Jack Twitter's bad website of twitter.com/lunarjade. You can find me over at twitch.tv/lunarjade. I stream Mondays currently, and I just finished up Super Paper Mario, so we're gonna start in on new Pokemon Snap this week.
Nice.
Should be fun. I hope it's fun. I want to chill camera time.
Excitement and fun is on offer. All you have to do is show up.
But for today, coming up next, we got That's Not Correct.
Nope.
That's tomorrow. All right, you know what?
Because we've already passed it.
Coming up next. Coming up now, as soon as we're done, because I'm going through the whole spiel, because I can. It will be Is This Your Card? With Ben Wheeler. They're doing Hearthstone, I believe. That's coming up there. And then tomorrow we've got Can't Draw Horses Club, Corey, and I believe the guest is Oz.
Correct.
AZ. We'll be joining them. I'm not sure what topic they'll be dealing with, but it should be a fun time. That's at 1 p.m. And I pushed the wrong button. There we go.
Equine free since 1993.
Dice Friends is the evening with Adam, Beej, and Paul. They're going back to Fairy Mound, so...
They're going back to the Fairy Mound?
Right. I mean, last week, they went back, they started a new game, which is a thing I've never seen Adam do before. He's never returned to a book. I don't think he's ever finished a book.
Jeez.
And they made progress last time. And now they're actually potentially maybe even going to finish a book. So just all kinds of rule breaking going on there. I'm assuming that as soon as you establish that you don't do something, that it's a rule that you're never going to do something. So now he's a rule breaker. That Adam Savage. I'm going to have to modify that thumbnail to say episode 2, and I never expected to have to. And then Tuesday we've got 9 o'clock with the Minecraft Times, Talking Simulator. Looks like they're still doing Control. I hear they're in the DLC. Let's Nope. It says Resident Evil 6. I thought they finished that, so tune in to find out if that's true or not. And then in the evening, Beach is on our current play it forward with Betrayal at Krondor. Watch Beach betray Krondor by never going.
Some premium beach-based nostalgia right there.
Yep, Beach streams, and I sit in the other room with headphones on. Playing Hades.
The only way. Heather, it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you today for this. A lot of fun.
Yes.
And next week we'll be back with something different, if I recall correctly.
Yes, it'll be Ian's turn to return to the booth, and there is a game that Ian will play.
Yeah. I think we know which one. Friday Night Funk. Tune back next week for Friday Night Funk. I'm going to funk it up.
Should be good. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, we're gonna leave now.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.